And, Coach, we are down on the bayou as you get a look inside the Mercedes-Benz Superdome here in New Orleans. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Denver Broncos and the New Orleans Saints. Two one-loss teams set to lace it up. This ought to be fun, and we're underway on EA Sports. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
Here we go, set, 50, plant.
Me and you all day, all day.
Hey, Charlie.
Throwing on first down. Herbert. Oh, he's going to take a shot this time for Smith, and it's intercepted. A.J. Boye with a pick. And he'll take this all the way down inside the 40.
Pick six, baby.
Boy, an aggressive play call to start this game. It backfired, but aggressive, no question about that.
Is that one of those statement calls? Trying to let you know that they're going to be aggressive right out of the gate, but that one hung up just a little bit too long. He made a nice play on the ball defensively and was able to pick it off.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now the first carry here for Phillip Lindsay. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Here we go. Here we go. Mike, 55. Check, 55.
Faking the give to Lindsey. Here's Locke. He completes this to Sutton. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. Our game not even 2 minutes old, but a quick red zone opportunity. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 17. They'll try the draw, Lindsey. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
Let's go now. 30 base. Squeeze. Hey, Alpha.
Now a first carry for Melvin Gordon. And able to fight forward inside the 15 to the 13. 8 yards on the run, and that cuts this down to a 3rd and about 5.
Come on, set. 8, read.
55. Hey, tight down. There you go.
Clock now to throw. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Used to have a coach just tell us all the time, those scouting reports aren't just to use up paper, guys. Well, nowadays, we're watching a computer screen, right? They scouted this team very well. Know that they like to use the running backs in the passing game. They covered that play successfully.
In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
After splitting the uprights, McManus to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Not the way they wanted to begin things. You had the interception on the first play of the game. The good news, it only led to 3 points.
And remember our conversation with him prior to the ball game? He said they had something special designed for the first play. It didn't hit. Let's see if he can rebound from it and not let it get him down.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
80 weapons.
2nd and 5. The Sanders has got it complete. 5 yards on first down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on second. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on 3rd down.
Tight end block. Hey, 4 down, 4 down.
Hey, Haywood. Big grip, big grip.
From the gun, Herbert. And that's caught by Smith. And they're able to get this one across the 35. The Saints first down there on a gain of 11.
That's good for the Saints. First down. 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Down.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
All day, baby, all day.
Here's Kamara out of the pistol. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 10 yards, good for his Saints first down. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. Staying on the ground on first with Kamara. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Following the penalty, it's Kamara. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far is working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
Murray. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal.
Check 3, check 3, check 3.
Pilot, 64, weak. Say go.
Kamara. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
We hit it. Anything moves, we kill it.
At the 5-yard line. It's a gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and goal at the Broncos' 5-yard line.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
Broncos 3, Saints nothing.
Ready?
They'll come out in the pistol. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. And maybe the wrong read there as he's going to go down immediately. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
I don't think there's any doubt that if it's me, I'd be really cautious about continuing to call this play because you got to know. Defenders, if they get a free shot at the QB, they want to take.
And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Alvin Kamara. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Saints have taken the lead. Lutz good on the extra point. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. This is taken near the 13. And he'll take this across the 25. A couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
Ready.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the three-point
kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Super tough.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending the guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. And he's got his target. That's more. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. That one goes for 30 yards.
That's just flat out a beautiful throw right there.
It was a rope. That's maybe the speed you would see on a slant, but he threw that downfield with that kind of pace.
Now, if he throws that one with any type of arc, puts a little air under it, that play doesn't happen. He had to fire it in there, and he did exactly that.
And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Bronco first down.
First down, Broncos.
On the set.
Watching it go. Go. You go tight. You got tight.
They'll keep it on the ground. This time it's Gordon. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Look at me. Score. Score.
On 2nd down, they'll run with Gordon. That one good for 13 and a Denver first down.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
Let's go five.
Clock now on first down. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. He was trying to find Noah Fant, the tight end. And now it's 2nd down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter, a lot of time to change things. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. Now play number 8 on this drive, and they need 9 yards to pick up the first on 3rd. Throwing his lock on 3rd down. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. Noah Fant, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Broncos have retaken the lead. Good throw there, and I don't want to blow it too out of proportion, but he looks a lot more comfortable in his 2nd season.
You can tell he put the work in the offseason, and what I mean by that is understanding the playbook. Not just the plays and how to execute them, but how to do it against a variety of defenses. Also understands his team better, what they can and cannot do. You can see the confidence rising in him as he plays.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
Off the bootleg, Herbert. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Bradley Chubb doing what he does best, getting that sack. 2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score.
Get 'em, boys. Yeah, that's how we do, D.
A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this second week of the regular season. They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. Thomas, the intended target, and it's third down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. Well, as an offense, you know, some drives you have it, some drives you don't. And this one looks like a you don't.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I mean, it was third and long. It was screaming for a pass. I think they tried to outguess him there with the running play. They didn't fool him at all.
Went in the wrong direction. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Broncos take over. First down and 10. On the NFL scoreboard, they are in the second up in Seattle. And early on, the driver's seat belongs to the Seahawks. To throw it is Locke. And this is incomplete. And we'll keep you abreast of how that one shakes out.
After that throw, and it was definitely one that he would love to have back, I wonder what's going through his head. I wonder what kind of mind game he's playing with himself to get himself back on track. Because a lot of guys, that's what they do. They have little triggers that when the mechanics are off or if they make a bad throw, that they go to that place to get themselves back in sync.
Hard, hard.
Lock again here on 2nd and 10. And this is caught at the 20. Give them 32 on the play. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Forced out to his left. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
Check, 47.
Rock it.
On second down now. It's Gordon, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. That'll go as a loss of 5. And all of a sudden here, it's third down.
Mike's 47. Mike's 47. Hey, check. Under 10. 10. Joker.
General West. Hey, wahoo! Come, step.
From the gun on third down, Locke. He's got a man. It's Sutton. That's complete. Now the Broncos will use their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1.
Let's go. 15 line. Bam. Blue draw quarters.
He's coming, double up. Jim.
Hey, zoom. 5.
Throwing now is Locke. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson, only thing larger than his name is wingspan as he knocks that one away.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. Second and goal. Here's Locke. Rolling to his right. And he's going to fight in for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And this is going to get out of bounds, so they will gain a bit of yardage on the play, actually, and they'll hold on to the football as well. The crowd here in the Dome making things difficult. Third and goal.
Hey, Echo.
Check right. Watching your guard. I'm coming for you, son.
Hey. Check go.
Lock now on third and goal. And he's got it. So instead of giving them another third down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now, that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
The kick by McManus is good. So a late 3 there, and that'll help as they head into the break.
Talk about situational football and something they've worked on since the OTAs and mini camps the previous summer. They take care of the ball, get 3 points, knowing they're going to get the ball to start the second half. That's the old 2-for-1 special to finish things off.
That's fielded in the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Let's go, defense. Let's get off the field, defense.
They'll keep it on the ground again here. And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half. So we have reached halftime in what's a 6-point game at the break. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. Broncos with a lead, and they will be receiving this kickoff here as quarter 3 is underway. This is taken near the 13. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Got it.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
On 2nd down, it's Gordon, and he'll get it down to the 47 here. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
Set. 30 base.
57, come on. Here we go. Patrick.
And Lee Griffin.
On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey, and that play goes nowhere. He's met behind the line, and a penalty flag may add insult to injury. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Hey, check.
Shotgun snap to Lock. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Now Lock throwing on 2nd down. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
50 seconds to Mike. 50 seconds to Mike. Let's go. Check four. Check four. Check 24. Check 24. Check 26. Check 26.
Five.
On third and long, it's locked. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to fourth down.
And absolutely zero surprise that one was incomplete, huh? I mean, truthfully, how many OCs have we seen with 3rd and 20 on their play sheet and go, oh, I've got the exact play to dial up?
No, that's just a head scratching down when you're facing a 3rd and 20. Tried to complete it, couldn't get it done. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Operating from the gun. Herbert. Room here to run. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. He couldn't get the hook up there that time with Thomas. They brought the house that time on the young rookie, maybe a little rattled through the pick.
And you have to be prepared for a lot of pressure as a rookie quarterback, because most defensive coordinators are going to test you that way. So when you see that, the ball's got to get out of your hands quickly, and that means your receivers have to understand they have to break off their routes quickly as well.
And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And it'll be 2nd and 12.
Go.
Lock to throw on 2nd down. And his pass incomplete. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. From the gun, it's Locke. Hit from behind, and he's going to be driven down. And now following that sack, looks like we've got an injured man down there on the field. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And now it's a 2-score game at 9, 16-7. So 3 field goals that he's hit now. This last one helps him stretch out the lead.
He's been solid, hasn't he? And he lives up to the adage that every offensive coach has ever said to us. We want to end every possession with a kick, right? For them, it's either extra point, field goal, or at worst, a punt. In this case, it's been 3s.
After splitting the uprights, McManus to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Ready up.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. A give. This is Kamara. And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
And we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. Here's Thomas Morstead now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. A little 360.
Oh,
So dangerous with a football in his hands. Call that a return of 38. And it'll be a short field for the Broncos as they take over 1st and 10. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. A little jet sweep to start the drive. Oh, spinning away. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13.
To the city. White 25. White. Where do we go? 57. Come on.
Now it's the backup Winston. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense, when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Philip Lindsay, the intended target.
The Saints take over 1st and 10.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Now Kamara. And he's got it across midfield and into Denver territory. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the Broncos' 49-yard line.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Watch the screen.
On the ground, this is Kamara. And he's got some space here. Past the 20. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game, as they have now chopped this lead down to 3. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close, one-score game.
Man, if I'm a defender, I'm actually...
There goes Melvin Gordon. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Melvin Gordon, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Broncos push further out in front. Now McManus to tack on the extra point. And that makes it a 9-point game.
Makes the score Broncos 23, Saints 14. Brandon McManus to kick off for Denver.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. A man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Kamara again. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. From the gun, Herbert. And Josh Hill has it. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 14 yards is the pickup. 1st down, New Orleans.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Kamara trying to run inside, but nothing there. The tackle made by Todd Davis. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
Now it looks like we've got a Bronco that's banged up on the play. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. On 3rd down, Herbert. Open man is Michael Thomas. And this is going to be another 1st down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 31-yard line. But correct me if I'm wrong, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
Running with Kamara. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
8 yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2. They run it again with Kamara. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. A solid pickup of 13 sets him up 1st and goal.
Justin Simmons on the tackle. 1st down.
Stepping up, he'll try and run. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. 2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's second down.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
It's a loss of 4. Brings up 3rd and goal.
Two minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Thomas has got it, complete. They are able to get 9 yards out of that, but now it's 4th down.
Completed pass brings up a 4th down situation. Do you play analytics on this one? Well, you know, what do your analytics tell you about going for it here? I wonder what they would say.
They tell me you're down by this margin, 4th quarter, you're going. So you knew one way or another that they needed the 2 scores. They get the easy one out of the way. Now they'll get the ball back, hopefully. Yeah, and the question is, how do you accomplish that? Do you onside kick it? Or since you have all 3 timeouts, do you kick it deep? To me, I'm playing field position. With all 3 timeouts, I kick it deep and try and pin them back there. This will be taken about the 12. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a 1st down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
A very solid gain of 27. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Safety creep. 57. Mike. Hey. Strip the ball. Strip that ball. Ready to go. Topper. You must be dreaming. Shoot. Yes. Lucky. Let's go.
They'll run here with Lindsey. Big Sheldon Rankins there to bring him down. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Go. Bang. X3. 218. Chop. Hit it.
This is Gordon. There goes Melvin Gordon. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it.
And that touchdown should make you feel comfortable. But do you really feel like it's totally over yet?
Not totally, but I think you're pretty much there.
Yeah, you've still got to make sure you stay with it, do all the right things down the stretch, especially on defense. But that touchdown there, you've got to feel good about your chances.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And tough to win games if you're going field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
We're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. He's got Smith here. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Operating from the gun, Herbert. This is complete to Michael Thomas. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. Now the Saints will use their third and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on second and less than a yard. Second down and inches. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining. Looking to go back to Thomas again, and it's third down. An incomplete pass on second down leads us to third and inches. From the gun, Herbert. That's caught. It's Thomas. Well, forget the run on 3rd and 1. They shock the D and rip off a pretty big play. So this one will wind up a Denver victory. And they say it's never easy to come into Denver to win because of the altitude. They look pretty comfortable in the altitude.
They certainly did. I'm not quite sure how they got prepared. And it's always been a big debate about what to do. I lived out there at one point. I lived in Colorado Springs. And I remember saying to someone after my second or third day there, like, this altitude thing, this is no big deal.